It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bills and the Colts, coming up next.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Watkins finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Robinson now off the option, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
1st and 10, Taylor now. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league. That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Touchdown, Colts. Kadarius his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Robinson now off the option. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed.
And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To the air, Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Robinson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
Running left, Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Check.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Off-play action. Watkins. That's going to be caught by Ali Cox. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Off the play fake. Watkins. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ali Cox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken.
Get down near the and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself for an easy touchdown.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Allen's in by Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A final shot before break. Watkins eluding the pressure right. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Taylor. Oh, big hole left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tap.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And all the way down to the 29.
Personal foul.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Allen now looks to throw. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Watkins. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, third and long. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Robinson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 45. Mike, 45.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And he's brought down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action. Watkins. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw. Watkins. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown. Mo Alley Cox, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Robinson, 73 yards. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you go to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
They'll look to throw. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now with Robinson. Room here to run. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. Allen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, the clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 134 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watkins. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down, this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. Puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.